up, everybody? Today is another, well, I sort of spent a bunch of time doing a bunch of research, so I'm going to make a quick video out there because it's not on the internet, at least not where I can find. But I'm going to tell you a quick little thing about disassembling a piano. Now, of course, if you're going to disassemble it and move it somewhere outside of the house or whatever, get a professional, because you can jack your piano up if you don't know what you're doing, if you don't have the right tools, yada yada yada. But this is just coming down. I'm sliding it gently into another room, and I've got plenty of manpower to help me out with that. So anyway, it took me a lot of time researching on the internet to find out exactly how to take this particular brand down. I'm going to show you the name of it. This is the Aeolian. There's an L and an O stacked on top of each other, so I don't know exactly how to pronounce it, but it's the Aeolian company out of New York. So what you do is you start out taking the basin leg off first. So it's the part where this kind of curves in, and this is the bigger portion. That leg system right there. So the the bass side. Take that leg off, and it's going to sit there, and you're going to, some of them will teeter-ish, and some of them will just gently bring to the ground. I brought this one down by myself with no problems. Yeah, it was heavy, but you know, so if you got back issues or whatever, or if you're more on the petite side, you know, get a friend or whatever. So we laid this down here, and the thing of it is that when you're underneath this, I'm underneath this and I'm trying to figure out how to take these legs off, and I unscrewed a deal right here. It's just this little lip thing. I'll show you. So it's this guy right here, okay, and that's the screw holding it, okay. So on this particular one, and maybe it's this whole the company as a whole, but you got to take that screw off, and then once the screw's off, let me just set this down real quick. Once the screw is off, you bump the legs this direction, and they just pop right off. Now be careful when you're bumping these legs off. These things just pop right off. They just fall, and they're not light. I mean, these are hefty pieces of wood and some brass and whatever. So have somebody hold on to it if you got somebody around. But they popped off, and I caught them, and it was fine. Anyway, so that's kind of how you did it, because I was wiggling it. I was up inside of the harp area, looking all over for some sort of release mechanism and everything. Come to find out, it's just and I early on I took these out, because I mean it appeared to be obvious that you take those out because that's one of the things holding it in. But no, you just got that little screw, and then you have those guys, boom, comes right off, comes off there. In the front, you'll notice it's a little bit different. It has this little stopper guy. So and if you're watching this and you have a grand or baby grand piano in your house, or whatever, a friend or whatever, you might want to go under there and check that, because that is really dangerous if this thing is that direction, because that means that the legs will just pop off, and they pop right off. It's not like, I mean, they just pop off. You give it a tap and these things pop right off. So want to check that. So anyway, so you turn it to removal mode, and you just give it a pat right there, pops off, and you got your 50-pound legs off of there. And then you just gently set it down. They call it a piano board. It's what the professionals have. But I've got a really strong piece of material here, and you know, I've got hardwood floors. I'm just going to slide it into the room where it's going to go. But there you have it. I hope that saves somebody some time looking at this concoction underneath the harp, trying to figure it all out and everything. That's how this particular brand model, you take the legs off and stuff. Definitely safety first. I mean, you're messing around with something that's 500 to 1,300 pounds, so don't be stupid. Anyway, all right, take care. Peace.